Hello. It is I, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80. This is the Full Force News Burst live, brought to you by Generals Joe's REBORN.com. And as I said, I'm Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80. And I am going live tonight for obvious reasons. And I aimed for 6:30, believe it or not. I didn't tell anybody apart from a few people that messaged me to say, hey, when's this video come? When are you doing the live tonight? And I was like, 6:30? Yeah, and bang, right on time. So very happy about that. Yeah, a couple of things kicked off today. I'm not sure if anyone is aware or no. Yes, it was the Hasbro fan react, like the fan stream today. I don't know what fan stream sounds hideous. Sounds like you're weeing, doesn't it? Sounds like all the fans are urinating at the same time. Yes. So anyway, enough of that. It was the Hasbro Pulse G.I. Joe brand fan stream today for Yojo June, and it was fan bloomintastic. Spoiler alert, it was fan bloomintastic. I enjoyed every second of it. It was fantastic. Let's get stuck into it, I guess. And I'll get to all of your comments, I suppose, in a second. Pow! Yes. So obviously the G.I. Joe fan stream reaction. Lots of awesome things to discuss, as you can see already on the screen. I picked the two of my favorite images from today's stream, definitely. That one of Timber. We'll get to that a little bit in a little while, but I will say right now, it is a work of art, ladies and gentlemen. Right, who have we got? Ritz. Hello, Ritz. I'm here, bro. Yojo, Full Force, and Yojo right back at you, Ritz. Ryan Daly says, Chris, you heard me ask for Torpedo. He's my favorite Joe, and Copperhead, my favorite Cobra. Today's stream literally could not have started any better for me. Well, Ryan, yes, we'll get to that in a moment. But I'm glad you're happy. Adam Drake, still no reveals of Lightfoot or Chuckles. Does Hasbro even care about its fans? You mean about you and I in particular, Adam? Probably not. Checkpoint Alpha, hello. Hello, David. Hello, Jeremy. Who else have we got on the Strizime? Hello, James, aka Ratface44. Hello, Slave to Leia. Hello, Windblade. Michael Jean Fleming, hello. Yes, it is another great day of G.I. Joe news, and we're going to get stuck into it. Great to have you all on, guys. Thank you for commenting. Hello, David. Hello, Ritz. Hello, Doomed. Hello, everybody. J-Rod, Thomas, Eric, Kenneth. Hello, Kenny. Hello, everybody. Great to have you on the stream. Right, let's get stuck into it. Hello, Outback. Okay, that's enough of me saying hello to everybody. Let's get stuck into the actual news, shall we? So, Emilione, as I'm calling their combined name now, Emily, Lenny, and Tony, brought us a pretty fantastic stream today. And then a bit later on, little Transformers collaboration as well. So big shout out to everyone involved. It was an absolute pleasure to watch, as always. Now, they kicked off pretty strong. First off, and I've done this in order, so it's not in like preference of what I really liked or anything. Although I was umming and erring about how to present today's offerings. Stu, do not get. I'm doing it now, and that's it. Okay, I'm doing it once. Serrana, I didn't know it was you. Okay, that's enough now. That's enough. That's the last one. That's the only one that's happening. It's been a long day, and we've got to get through this. I'm gonna get through this. Hello, Jay Straber, and hello, Pendragon Designs. Right, excuse me. So yeah, I was wondering how to kind of present this, and I've just gone, well, let's do it in the order that they did it. So first bit of news that came out was, and believe it or not, this was the first bit of news. Emily mentioned that this wave of figurines, old Stormy, old Cobra Officer, the Python Patrol, Crocmaster, Spirit, those guys, out of the Hasbro warehouse now. They are distributed. So it won't be long now, guys, before we start seeing these figures, coming to deliver, being delivered to your abode, which is amazing, right? Very excited about that. That was the first bit of news. And no, that would not have been enough. That wouldn't have been enough for me. I was about to say that would have been enough. No, it wouldn't. Not at all. They did have a lot of other cool stuff to show us. And boy, did they show us some stuff. But before they showed us some stuff, they gave us a couple more of those, like, what are they called? I'm not sure. She doesn't call, no, the pipeline reveals, easy, when it's like the digital renders, right? I'm sure that's the pipeline reveal, and I'm sure these reveals are known as like the chat around the breakfast table before they've even started to design the figures reveals. And that was Copperhead and Torpedo, who I affectionately call Pedo. Probably shouldn't, but it's based on the fact that that was his nickname in the miniseries, which cracks me up every time, by the way. When he turns up on screen, they're like, "Hey, Pedo, hey," and it just makes me laugh every single time. So anyway, Copperhead and Torpedo, brilliant additions, in my opinion, to what will effectively will be the classified series at some stage. And I believe 2023 as well. So very excited about those. And I fully expect Pythonized Copperhead as well. I fully expect a Python Patrol one as well, if not first. When they're talking about Copperhead, maybe he'll be in the Python Patrol and they'll save him and his vehicle for something else, maybe a lot further down the line. Maybe they're doing that. Who blooming well knows? I'm going to say Python Patrol. Oh, and Ritz has posed the questions as I talk about it. But will it be the standard or PP Copperhead? I'm going to say it's going to be the Python Patrol Copperhead, and then I think they're going to drag their heels on the regular version because I think they'll probably want to bring a vehicle out or something with him. That's what I think personally. By the way, I am privy to a lot of information. That isn't any of that information, by the way. I am literally making that up. That is speculative. But I have a feeling that might be like, that would be my, like, if I worked there and there was like this element of, vehicles are wanted, but we can't do that many of them, then I would do the Python Patrol Copperhead first because it's an easy one to do, and it's a single carded figure. You don't have to bring it. Doesn't have to be with the vehicle. I know the modern version does come with the kind of like that red kind of Python moccasin, but the original was just a carded figure, so you could get away with just doing a standard release on Python Patrol Copperhead, and then you could, like I said, drag your heels a bit for the repaint when you can like maybe tool and cost in a half decent water moccasin. Who knows? Just throwing that out there as a possible idea. Adam says every kid is excited to get a pedo. Absolutely. And there goes any YouTube money just by saying that and posting that on the screen. Charles Gray, that's a good point. I'll quickly talk about that. Yeah, with Torpedo on the way, got to believe the eels aren't far behind. Very good point, actually. I like that. Jeremy, yes, that was another good point from Lenny. He did say that rock and roll is yolked, which I'm just assuming means covered in eggs. Just kidding. But yeah, I am excited to see what those look like. And I imagine we're going to see something of rock and roll and shipwreck in the near future, especially like this year, maybe not this month, but definitely this year. Zach, we will get to that, mate. I'm not going to put that comment up just yet. We've got to do this in order, okay? But we will definitely get to that. The end drop, we'll get to that, okay? Okay, so that was Copperhead and Torpedo. Very excited for those two figures in the classified series. You can tell I'm excited because I put on stupid voices and accents all the way through. Right, so tags. Well, okay, what's next up? I'll get to that in the second tag. Next up, well, the digital renders. Now, the news on this one, not only are we getting Falcon, which we knew about as well, which was great, but 5 figures per wave they're increasing it to for the classified series. That's great, isn't it? David Warren Hernandez is happy. Bosh. Can't wait. Exactly. 5-figure waves. This is something that a lot of people have been talking about. A lot of fans have been wanting more than just your 3 figures, 2 figures a wave. Definitely, I think they're moving in the right direction there, definitely. Anyway, 5-figure waves, brilliant. Tag says, 4 out of 5 renders were awesome. Barbecue, not so much for Slaughter's Marauders. Would rather Spirit and Mutton Junkyard. Well, I mean, you're going to get them at some point, but do you not like Barbecue Marauders? Because I think that is a dope figure. Anyway, Falcon first. Spoiled the next one. I'm kidding. Like you'd be watching this not having watched the live stream. Link in the description, by the way. I've also put some of the pre-order links in the description for Snake Eyes and Timber, the Transformers collab, and the O-Ring set. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so really excited. Jeremy, mate, I'm already thinking already thinking about Sonic Fighter repaint with the backpack. Definitely. Even if they just did a redeco and didn't bother with ridiculous, helicopter on his back, I'd still be, with blooming sounds, I'd still be really, really happy with that deco option on him. But yeah, I'm definitely in on that one. 3000%. Ritz, why can't I select your comment? What's going on? Falcon has the Joe Pro. Awesome. On the shoulder, that little blue one. Yeah, they haven't got rid of that actually. I thought they might. I thought it might have kind of slipped out at some point on one of the figures. Kitty said, but yeah, it seems to be back in hardcore now, doesn't it? Okay, what else we got? Adam, do you think that 5-figure waves will lead to a more regular, maybe quarterly release schedule? Very likely, very likely, and it'll be like bigger events during the year, bigger figure waves, and then better deliveries, where you'll get loads of figures at once and it'll be great, and that will satiate you for the next big. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to be. I think kind of quarterly sounds about right actually, doesn't it? 5, 10, 50, 20 figures a year would be, that would be a lot. They might even go thirdsies. But yeah, quarterly I'd love quarterly. I'd love 20 figures a year, please, and thank you, plus all the other stuff. Because obviously that isn't count. That's just standard wave. That isn't Target exclusive, Walmart exclusive, Amazon exclusive, etc., etc. So yeah, awesome. Let's have what else we got going on here? Legendary Toys says 5 figures in a wave. Sounds like they have the back end issue resolved. 5 figures like the first wave. Yeah, very likely. Legendary Toys. Let's hope so, eh? Let's fingers crossed. Sonic Fighters Falcon is one of my absolute favorite figure decos, Adam. Same with me, mate. Toy Bounty Hunter, hello. Great reveals indeed. Okay, we're going to get to Robert H. Falcon looks kind of thin to me, only because Falcon from the movie is probably why Robert H. That's very presumptuous. But yeah, in the film, he is Rip Van Winkled. I love how he goes to the slaughterhouse in the movie to get kind of trained up, and he's like the same size as of all of those guys in that team. He's doing and then Red Dog's doing it with one hand and helping him with the pull-ups. Hilarious. Anyway, Zach Quam says, is his web gear dark green or brown? You got me. It's difficult to see in it. I think maybe a brownie color, a light kind of a brown color, maybe. I don't know. Hard to tell. With these renders, isn't it? I'm going to say brownie green. I'm going to say breen or ground, just to help you in no way, shape, or form. Jeremy says 5-figure wave shows Hasbro fully trusts the young brand going forward. It's good signage to me, definitely. Good sign that maybe some aspects have been sorted out at the back end, Kitty said, but then also that Hasbro are very happy of it. Anyway, what else we got? Okay, let's move this. Let's keep moving it. Yeah, let's keep moving it. Yeah, Paul, that's a good point, actually. I love that they keep the Joe Pro. Got to have something to make them classified and not just classic. Agreed. J. Rod, I was surprised when I found out that Falcon was a repaint of Recondo. Yeah, elements of it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, massive repaint if you count the head. They've repainted him with a different head. But yeah, totally. Azorbids, hey, how you doing? I see what you mean, Tag. Sorry. Barbecue is good, but we need more new and less repaints unless they were special edition first. I get what you're saying. Sir. Right. Okay. Sorry, Absorbids, if you've been waiting and you've missed everything so far. I'm just literally going through my reactions to everything, the news of the day and all that kind of stuff. You haven't missed a lot. You really haven't. I started at 6:30 EST. Okay, let's move into the rest of them because sorry. Barbecue, Marauders Barbecue. Now, we obviously mentioned this a second ago with chatting with Tags for a second there, but this Barbecue, I love Barbecue anyway. It's one of my favorite classified figures. He looks so cool in his orange, but this deco is glorious. So Yeah, just really happy that we've got a Sergeant Slaughter, spoiler alert. It's not really though, is it? To go with a Slaughter's Marauders team. So we're getting this in the main line, by the way, guys. This isn't an exclusive. So this is a redeco of barbecue in the main line. I'm not sure if we had that yet. I mean, yeah, I know we've had the field variants. I'm not really counting them right now. What I'm saying is, have we had a kind of like sub team or like a repaint sort of figure already? Have we? Am I just being an idiot and not really paying attention to things? I'm also not counting Jay and Baroness because obviously that's retro carded. I suppose. I mean, Cobra Commander doesn't count because again, that's different Cobra Commanders for obvious reasons. It's not like a sub team Cobra Commander. Do you know what I mean? I think yeah, the only sub teams so far have been like Tiger Force and Python Patrol. Yeah. So okay, just really happy this is happening, and it means that Spirit is probably not far along for a redeco, and I hope they do. Is it like all green that prototype Freedom that's in the catalog for the Slaughter's Marauders? I'm not. I should have had a picture of that because I knew I was going to mention that at some point because I think Pat sent me the image once from one of the catalogs and it's hilarious. It's just like an all green Freedom, and I'd be so funny if they did that. So funny. But anyway, yeah, like I can see Spirit obviously getting that treatment down the road, and then yeah, low lights as Aaron, absolutely. Yeah, hope they do low light Marauder totally. It just opens some doors, doesn't it? Mutton Junkyard's another one. Aaron says, I like this barbecue. Yeah, you're doing the old kind of East Coast accent going on there, aren't you? Yeah, I love it. Or the Bostonian. Yeah, actually, David, that's a good point. A helmetless barbecue with an alternate head would have been great for this because then you could have used that head on the other barbecue totally, and that would have, again, you throw that into this and people buy more of them. People buy more than one because they want like another head possibly for their other barbecue to kind of complete that as a as a figure. But yeah, no, I agree with you on that one, David. Definitely would love that. What else? Yeah, Larry says Hasbro going to repaint the mold as many times as they can because to get the value. Look at the Transformers. Like, absolutely, it's not a mystery. It's not like a secret. Is what I'm trying to get at. It's everyone is aware of that. Like Hasbro, need to recoup costs on tooling, like any company does. But yeah, and they will rinse it for all it's worth. Case in point, will be coming up to you very shortly. Jeremy down for more Marauders, absolutely. Oh, that's a good shout, Super Saiyan. Yes, Arctic Storm Shadow, but no, it wasn't in the main line. So scratch that. I'm talking standard mainline releases. Arctic Storm Shadow was an Amazon exclusive. So yeah, we can't say that one. I would have accepted it had it been in the main line though, and that's a good shout because obviously it does mimic the Ninja Force, which would be a sub team, 100%. Tiger Force Duke, James, is a Target exclusive, so doesn't work. Sorry. Roadblock. So what we got the first one, we got the field variant, which I wasn't counting as I said before because it's effectively the same figure with a tiny bit of change, and it's not a sub team, is it? The other one was a completely different like mold, different head sculpt, different design completely. The heavy machine gunner, again, completely different, and it's not a sub team. And are there any other roadblocks? I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, no on that one. What I'm getting at is this is the first time we've got one of these repaint sub team in the main line, like the standard figure assortment main line. And I think it is. You can keep throwing options at me, guys, but I'm pretty sure it is now. Okay, anyway, barbecue. Wonderful, wonderful barbecue. Pendragon, yes. Trust me, I'm thinking the same thing. Airtight's got to happen soon. He doesn't get enough love. You're completely correct. Right, let's move on. Barbecue Marauders, beautiful. Next up, Crimson Bat. Now, this is an interesting one because we've already got Python Patrol Crimson Bat. We've got standard Crimson Bat, Python Patrol Crimson Bat, and now Crimson Bat. So this will be the third helping of the Battle Android Trooper, which I ain't fussed about. I like this figure. Like I love this figure in actual fact. And this deco is quite sexy, and it allows you, I guess, to have like Aaron. I'll get to that in a second as well because that was really nice little touch, wasn't it? I'm a Hasbro shill because I enjoy this stuff. That's crazy? And the other week, this guy, me, was saying G.I. Joe fans were mean because I was saying the comments were friggin' awful, is what I was saying. But anyway, thanks very much. I'll tell you what will make this a lot easier for everybody, including me. Blocked. I'm not having that. Sorry. I am not having that crap. If you want to come on here and have a go at me, see you later. If you want to come and watch and enjoy this stuff like I enjoy it, great. If you do that, you're out of here. So just letting everybody know that on that one. Anyone else want to kick off in the comments like that at any point? Feel free. I will literally wipe you off the face of my planet. Okay? I do not care for that at all. You absolute loser. Absolute loser. Scumbag as well. I'll throw in scumbag as well, just a free one. I swear to God. Like, I wouldn't mind if I didn't spend like 2 hours today kind of prepping for this. If I hadn't spent 2 hours prepping for this, I probably would have just let that go and just ignored it. I'm sorry, guys. That has peed me right off. Fair enough, I'm a Hasbro shill, but like last week, I was calling on the G.I. Joe fans mean. No, I was calling people out in the comments for being complete and utter pieces of S. I'm not swearing because I don't want to get the channel knocked up. Anyway, see you later, mate. Enjoy the rest of your night without watching me, you absolute scumbag. Right, I feel better now for doing that and saying that. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. Crimson Bat. Now, can I continue? I'll just continue what I was saying. Yes, really like this and thought it's really cool for like, your Crimson team, right? Not for everybody. Totally understand that. Couldn't even get to that point, could I? Before being absolutely outed by the gatekeeper of the frigging G.I. Joe brand. Man, I just want to quit today. I just don't want to do it anymore, guys. I'm sorry. Shall I keep going or is it worth it now? Is that because that's really ruined it for me now? Straight up has ruined this stream for me. 100%. I've got like literally no friggin' patience right now today. It's been a crap week as well already. It's only Wednesday. Man, what an absolute D-bag. Anyway, Crimson Bat, you get a cool serial number on it. Someone asked me a question a minute ago and I've completely lost it. Unreal. What is the point of those people? I don't even understand it. Can't find the question now. Sorry, guys. But it was, will we get different serial numbers on the bats? I don't know is the answer to that. That would be really, really cool. Outback. We all expected it. And obviously, like, yeah, we all expected it. So obviously it's the worst thing in the friggin' universe, clearly. Like, no one wanted it, yeah? Unbelievable. Outback. Awesome figure. Cannot wait for this one. Fully expected and looks awesome, even if it's digital renders. And then finally, I think the last one was CoverGirl. Beautiful. Love the head sculpt. Getting some new parts, getting a new female figure, just awesome. And yeah, I love this one. Head sculpt for me on this one is just outstanding. Just outstanding. Great work. CoverGirl. So that's and then we got Sarge. We got the Sarge reveal, which was absolutely sensational. Yeah, kind of literally wipes the floor with the digital render, doesn't it? Like, it just makes it look so much cooler. And he gets his little secret accessory revealed as well, which is really awesome. A little mini action figure of himself, and carded as well, which I was not expecting. So, full disclosure, I did know this was coming as a secret accessory. I didn't know it was going to be carded. How awesome is that? Yeah, so that's dope. Really kind of, I'm excited for this on multiple levels. Obviously, removable hat, removable shades. You got the whistle, the baton, loads of cool accessories, loads of different hands on this one as well. So straight away we've got like a new thing added to the line. I know like Snake Eyes did it in the deluxe line. He had a few different hands, but not like this. So now we've got like the fists, we've got the open grappling, we've got pointing, and we've got kind of gun grips. Yeah, really dope. It also gets like an AK, doesn't he? Which I hadn't noticed until I started putting these images together for this, which took me far longer than I expected, which is why I exploded the way I did a few minutes ago. Yeah, but awesome. Love the Sarge. Absolutely superb. And yeah, they showed like a bunch of other little bits and pieces. They showed him like taking the hat off and the shades off, and the figure looks so good. I mean, that's like the perfect Sarge figure in my opinion. Just absolute perfection. Yeah, lovely stuff. And then a little bit close up as well on some of the accessories there for you guys: the baton, the hands, the rifle, and the minifigure in a little card. That's so sweet, so sweet. Yeah, cool. And of course, how could I not be blown away and just really excited for Adam Riches for getting to do the art for this figure? Like, he did really well to keep that one quiet. I'll tell you that much. Brilliant artwork as well, and I can't wait to see this on the deluxe artwork in the box. Just brilliant. Is it the first time he comes with a gun, says Effin Game One? Possibly, actually. I'm trying to think, actually. The wrestling figure didn't. The Triple T tank. I mean, he came with the Triple T, which had guns on it. The Warthog, that also had a little machine gun on it, didn't it? Like a little kind of thing on the side. But yeah, not a personal rifle, I don't think, which is really dope. Adam Riches is awesome. David Allen proved here by knocking up this wonderful artwork. Absorb Vids, good shout. Where is the bot tonight? I'd rather have the bot in the comments, honestly, than the piece of crap we had before. I'd rather have had Naked HD spamming in the spam in the comments. Now that I've said it, it's going to be constant, isn't it? Steve D. Tommaso says, I really like all the alternate hands. I think they're getting some ideas from Action Force, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Totally. I think extra hands have been in Marvel Legends figures, haven't they? It's not like it was designed necessarily for Action Force, but I get what you're saying, and maybe they are taking a lot of leaves out of other books. Absolutely. I mean, they're talking to fans specifically, aren't they, Steve? So, or not talking to fans, listening to fans, I should say. Yeah, totally. Bryn, did not say when we can get the classified figures? No, they didn't even say that. The pre-orders were this month. They said they just don't know yet. This actually is lined up for SDCC. Sorry, the previous classified figures they don't have a time frame on. What else we got? Yeah. Adam says, I need 2 Sarges so I can keep one tiny Sarge mint on card and open one. Definitely. Good point, Tyrone. Yeah, the Action Force ones did come with weapons, so they would have been the first ones with weapons. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Eduardo has asked, that's a good question. Howdy, Chris. Is that a slightly different head sculpt for Outback with fewer wrinkles? Were you able to notice? I don't think it's a new head sculpt for Outback. That would be bonkers based on the cost and the budget restrictions, I believe, that are on the line. Baumer. Yeah, sorry. Back to you, Eduardo. Sorry, I'll get to the funny comment in a second. I think it's the same head sculpt, genuinely. I think the digital renders don't really show it off very clearly a lot of the time. To answer the question, yeah, Baumer. There you go. There's the there's the spam. Appreciate that, mate. Yes, that's another good point, Jeremy, isn't it? I mean, we're bound to get a Marauder repaint of this Sarge figure as well, which just makes me really happy. The shill that I am. Smiler67, the hands in Hasbro Sarge demo fig look like they're dead rising from the grave. They do, don't they? They're kind of like grapple, I think they are, the grapple hands. Because you've got gun grips, grapple, pointy, and punch. All of the dwarfs from the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, James, I love that Adam chose so many different representations of the Sarge, totally. And I think that's where, when you get someone who is a fan like Adam working on the brand, you start to see those kind of things come through, much in much the same way as his work on the 40th anniversary IDW special comic that came out, the issue 21 kind of redo when they had loads of different artists do a page. Adam's page shows you why he is such a fan of this, this brand, because he goes on, his page is like, O-ring figures instead of chess pieces. And it's just so genius. And it's something that I think, he'd been talking about with us for a long time in terms of an idea before he'd even got the page to work on. So it was just really cool to see that happen, honestly. And this is the same kind of thing, isn't it? It's like, he gets the Sarge artwork and he absolutely smashes it out of the park, like the kind of movie reel down the left-hand side as well, which is really dope. Like almost like, you've got the kind of commercial Sarge, you've got him holding the figure, punching through the reel, and Cobra Commander like flying out the, out the other side. You've got the comic up the top. You've got the Sunbow representation kind of in the middle. You've got the kind of card back, explosion back kind of design, as if like, as if it would be on the on a single carded figure. And then you've got that beautiful kind of like, full face, well, half face, but really big with the reflection of the Sky Strikers in his shades. It's just absolutely superb. And yeah, and there's probably even more on there that I haven't even picked up or noticed, but absolute genius. Adam, you are an absolute gem, mate, and we are lucky to have you, buddy. Oh, Sith Viper says the convention Sarges came with guns, so that answers that question then. Thank you very much. Oh, Ray Murphy. Hello, Ray. Superb artwork for Sarge. I love the reflection of the Sky Strikers in his mirror shades. Absolutely. Jason Mitchell's loving CoverGirl. Absolutely. She looks gorgeous as well. Like a stunning head sculpt. Brilliant, brilliant. Just brilliant. Really excited for that figure. Senabar 5. Does anyone know the latest on Kamakura? I think he's the mystery figure on the new packages. Actually, that's just lost my voice then. Actually, that is not a bad shout at all. I think Kamakura, based on what we've seen today, and this is all just, based on patterns that I've noticed, it's very likely that Kamakura and was it the Ninja 2-pack? And what else? Maybe Dr. Mindbender? Although I think Dr. Mindbender's to July, so I don't think we might see Dr. Mindbender in this month, but I don't think we're going to. Yeah, we'll probably see it this month, Dr. Mindbender, won't we? Maybe that's SDCC as well. Maybe they're lining that up with the Sarge. Who knows? But I think Kamakura and the Ninja 2-pack are probably going to be up for, or have more information, next week, or even next week after. But yeah, one of those 2 weeks, I'm sure we'll see Kamakura and the Ninja 2-pack, the Blue Ninjas. Yes, he comes with his Baton Legendary toys. Yeah. Super Cyan. No, they mute the colors to make it more like classified, is what they do. That's the reason behind it. It's not because the bright paint is more. I'm sure that's a tongue-in-cheek comment, as funny as it sounds. But yeah, I think it's just to give it like a classified feel a lot across the brand. Tristan, you're not one of the few that prefers Tiger Force Outback. I love Tiger Force Outback. I suppose we are the few then, or I'm sure other people will love Tiger Force Outback more as well. But that first Outback is so iconic too. Like I remember getting that figure and just being absolutely blown away by the card art, the absolute shill that I am. Right then, sorry, guys, I'm not going to get to everyone's comments. I'm just not, because there's too much to talk about. Next up, Snake Eyes and Timber. I just moved the R and the E around. Anyway, yes, so Snake Eyes and Timber. Actually, before we get, sorry, I'll just go move back to Sergeant. I'm just answering Dean's question quickly. Do you think they will release an O-ring Sergeant Slaughter? Dean, yes. Yes, I do think they will. You don't have a multi-year deal with the Sarge and not think about all the different brands. I agree. I definitely think they'll get an O-ring Slaughter. Definitely. It's almost certain in it, really. The transforming Triple T or transforming Warthog. Who would it be though? Okay. Anyway, Snake Eyes and Timber. Let's get on to that. So I have to admit, and it's a shame that our friend isn't back on the stream. I should have left him on. This Snake Eyes doesn't buzz my berries, basically because I feel like we've got the deluxe, we've got the retail version twice, technically, if you had to go back and get one without the red accent on his head sculpt. You've got, the movie Snake Eyes. You've got, stick to the mold. Deluxe, retail twice, and now this one. That's 4 Snack Eyes, right? In this particular, design. I'm not sure it's necessary. And I kind of wish they'd pushed the boundaries a little bit on the deco, but it still looks awesome to me. I still think it looks great. The figure is a beautiful figure. I still love that deluxe mold. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful Snake Eyes design. So it's definitely got mileage in it. I'm not sure if they'll come back to this one for a while, he says, knowing that they probably will next week. On Fortnite, thank you, Soda. Fortnite Snake Eyes is another one. That's what I completely forgot. I'm not skipping. Sorry, I see what you're saying, Tags. So that's a lot of Snake Eyes molds, isn't it, for this particular figure? And this is just kind of like, I wish they'd done more with it, because we've effectively got 3 all black ones, and then 2 of these kind of like grey greeny, the deluxe and this one. It's like, anyway, it's not important. At the end of the day, it's still a cool little set, and they did a few things to kind of like differentiate him. We get the really cool kind of scarf edition on there. You've got lots of different kind of like weapons and accessories. Nothing like groundbreaking or new, but nice that they threw them in there. And I think like the fact that they threw in the Alley Vipers, I forget what it's called, grappling hook, kind of makes you think it's almost like not a troll at all, but it's kind of like that thing of like a little homage of version 4 Snake Eyes, who comes with the grappling hook. So yeah, I just saw that Naked HD are back in the house. Block user. I don't care how cheap the sex is, Naked HD. Stop commenting on these things. That was a good shout, Super Sign. Lenny did mention that he wanted to do an all-white Snake Eyes as well. I think that would have been cool. Like, not just completely white, but like, some different shades, some different kind of textures and stuff. I think it'd be so dope. And would like tie in nicely to the kind of Dead Game thing. And, even though I wasn't a massive fan of Dead Game, shock to behold for a shill like myself. So I've got to admit, though, this image on the right of Timber scratching his head and Snake Eyes just kind of looking down at him is just one of my favorite images of anything ever. It's just genius. Whoever composed this, whoever posed the figures, they're an absolute genius, and it is the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Love it. I know there are green pants with this one, but it's just not different enough. I'm sorry, it's just not different enough. I say that, I'm still getting it. So, shill. And it's kind of, it is effectively an Arctic Snake Eyes, isn't it, Raw Talk? Yes, totally. Here's the artwork, very nice as well. Kind of different style again this time, almost like a what they called watercolor, not a watercolor. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? That kind of. I'm sorry, I'm tired now and angry, so I can't think properly. Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, okay. So Snake Eyes and Timber, and pre-order link is in the description. Obviously, if you want to get involved on that one, you can still pre-order everything. By the way, you can still get everything, so that's great, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant. Okay, moving on. So that was Snake Eyes and Timber. I love these dio shots, by the way. They really went to town on the dio shots, and yeah, especially that one that I kind of breezed past, but like an HQ in the background. It's dope. I hope that's going to be like, well, we'll get onto the last thing in a second, but you know what I'm going to say. Anyway, next up, we had the O-Ring 2-pack with Duke and Cobra Commander. And there were a few little surprises in this, which I kind of wasn't expecting, and kind of a bit silly to not have expected it, really. But yeah, some few accessory changes, which was pretty cool. Obviously, going to come carded like so. So we'll get these on bubble at least. We know that, minimum. And they come, and obviously you can't see a lot of the accessories that they come with because they come in like separately, don't they, in the box? And the box artwork's gorgeous, by the way. I love that stuff. Really, really nice. I love that you get in this. It's almost like an extra addition, isn't it, to the O-Ring 2-packs? This kind of like additional box exterior with this beautiful like artwork, which is new, brand new artwork. The Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow one's gorgeous. Even if they don't match the figures that are inside it, the Trooper and Officer are really cool. I love that artwork. But this one again, beautiful composition. Duke with his jetpack, Cobra Commander, like about to get absolutely pummeled from behind. Kitty said, I was just waiting for the Naked HD comment from no, okay. But yeah, really awesome. I like they're doing different colors on those boxes too, like the gray, because I think the Trooper and the Officer were green, weren't they? So yeah, really nice. Like this one, and I've got shots of the kind of accessory loadout. So Cobra Commander gets his serpentine staff, as Lenny described it, even though that's not the technical term for it. I don't remember what they said was in his hand. Is that like an iPad? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention during the stream because I was too busy trying to post images, keep up, listen, multitask basically, and haven't had a chance to listen back to it again. So if you can tell me what that is in the comments, that'd be great. I know obviously he's got the remote detonator bomb thing as well. The laser pistols, which have got deco on them as well, which is interesting. The rifle, and then the Cobra logo on the binoculars is a nice touch as well. Anyway, yeah, so I like that. And also Duke, yeah, it comes with the jetpack, the kind of chest strap, the flag. I kind of this is me just being like pernickety, I guess, but like I wish they'd have done a new flag for it, or they'd have used like that vinyl. Like, is it Gung Ho? I want to say Gung Ho came with a flag. One of the later versions of Gung Ho, which I absolutely adore, and he came with a flag which it kind of had like a plasticky kind of feel to it. I'm not sure about this flag, and anyway, that's just me being. It's probably just because it's an American flag. That's probably why I don't like it. I'm just kidding. That's probably going to get some absolute pelters in the comments, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, very, very, very. No, I know it's from the opening of the cartoon absorbers. I'm not talking about the addition of the flag. I'm talking about the decision of that version of the flag. Yes, and it's 92 Gung Ho. Thank you, Dean. But yeah, and yeah, we get the like you've got Cobra Commander's new rifle from Sunbow Season 1 intro. Thank you, Pat. Where have you been? Notable by your absence, and then you appear in the comments like a ninja. You should be here with me discussing this. Although it's my fault for not saying, hey, do you want to come on and do this? Which you probably could have done. And now I feel really bad again. But we'll be talking about this on the weekly. So Pat and I will be getting into this again on the weekly, and probably in more detail. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's simulating the waving. I get that. Yeah. But like, I'm it's more my issue with the flag that they're using is the problem. But it's still cool and it's awesome, and he comes with a flag. It's dope. I'm not gonna. Like I said, it was too much of a nitpick thing anyway. Anyway, yeah. I'm glad he comes with a flag, guys. I just wish it was a new flag, is what I'm saying. I wish it was something they designed for him rather than a reuse. Okay. Yeah. And Duke obviously gets the laser rifle from the cartoon as well, which is really dope. Yeah, cool. Okay. Let's move on then to this. That well, yeah, they revealed another Ore Striker, guys. Nothing to see here, nothing unusual, just another Ore Striker. Obviously, we expect one all the time. Nothing new ever happens with the Ore Striker. We get Stalker with it, and then bang! Yeah. Okay. So thoughts then on Bumblebee Ore Striker. I'm going to tell you my thoughts first. Jeremy, yes, Pat is naked HD. Oh, here you go. See, Pat agrees with me. I'm also not happy with the flag. I would rather they reuse the flag from the original HQ. That's a good shout, Pat. That's a very good shout. Thank you very much, Pat. I knew I wasn't alone, but I didn't offer that as an option, so I am alone in that. Okay, Bumblebee, Ore Striker. What are my thoughts? I heard about this many moons ago. I knew it was in the pipeline. I knew the characters involved. I hadn't seen anything about it until today. But I was aware we were getting a Bumblebee Ore Striker with an O-ring Stalker. Knew it was happening. Had to keep my mouth shut. But when I heard that was the case, I was like, when you look at the Ore Striker, and I will say before I will preface this because I'm a shill, that I still really love this, and I'm really excited that we're getting Transformers G.I. Joe crossovers, and I will be buying this. Okay, I pre-ordered it. So this is definitely something that I really like, and I think it's cool. But now putting my kind of really critical hat on, and again, I wish our mate was here for this. I would say a few things. So the Ore Striker itself, the vehicle, it doesn't have much meat on the bones, does it? Do you know what I mean? There's not. I mean, you've got like a very like low, kind of like thin kind of hood, wiry kind of body with the frame, open air almost. It's like 75% air, the Ore Striker. It should be called the Air Striker. What? And the back's a bit shoddy, but that's about it. It's a very like, there's not a lot going on there, is there? In terms of what you could turn it into in robot form. Now, Bumblebee, when someone says Bumblebee to me, I think curves, I think a little bit of junk in the trunk. I think, of course, I think G1 Volkswagen. Yeah, of course, I think that, the bug. But I also think, like in more modern times, a very smooth, very rounded kind of character design in robot mode, right? The Camaro isn't like super round. It's not like a Volkswagen bug, is it? It's not like that. But when you transform Bumblebee, there's a lot of smooth, round, bulbousy bits. This to me is it's a cool robot, cool robot form. But is it Bumblebee? It's just Bumblebee's head, and then obviously the chest piece is sticks out like a sore thumb on the bum of the Ore Striker in yellow. And I kind of wish it would have probably made a bit more sense to do maybe like a Tiger Force vehicle for Bumblebee. Just to kind of keep the majority of the yellow. It would have made a lot of sense to make the Ore Striker eventually Beachcomber, which I know a lot of people are mentioning in the in the comments, and I think that would have been great. I've also got a feeling that well, no, he's not. Like the actual character, the robot design isn't sharp angles, Tyrone, is it? The robot mode I'm talking about. There's curves and all that. Like the new Bumblebee movie, he's very curvy. But yeah, anyway, sidebar. I'm really trying to. What I'm getting at is I don't think the Ore Striker suits Bumblebee. Is what I'm getting at. I don't think it suits the character. As much as, like I say, I like this and think it looks cool, I think Bumblebee would have been better off as another vehicle, is what I'm getting at. But the difficulty that Hasbro come into here is the iconography of it all, isn't it? If they revealed a Beachcomber, it would get more focused love from a smaller group, in my opinion. This opens doors a little bit because it's Bumblebee and it's Ore Striker. The Hound Vamp, a lot of people are talking about, because and that's got precedent because the Hound Vamp was in the computer game, wasn't it? Earth Wars, whatever it's called. I think I might have it on my phone still. I don't know if it still exists. But yeah, the Hound Vamp is definitely something with a precedent. And I think that would be one they could do in the future, totally. But I think they were looking at this kind of going, Bumblebee, iconic, Ore Striker, pretty iconic. Stalker, pretty iconic. Let's throw these three together and see what we get. To me, it doesn't work 100%, is what I'm saying. It doesn't work 100%, but it's still really cool. And I'm not gonna say like it's the worst thing in the world, because I don't think it is the worst thing in the world. I think it's actually really cool. I love the fact that I know it's a no-brainer, but I love the fact that Stalker can ride him on the back. I love the fact that the gun comes off and is like a handheld weapon for Bumblebee. I think that's dope. But yeah, it kind of looks like effectively looks like a lot of kibble involved here, doesn't it? As well. But anyway, I think Tiger Force, Tiger Paw, someone's mentioning there. That would have been kind of cute. Would have been a lot smaller as well, so maybe would have scaled well with Megatron a little bit better. Lots of different options, I guess. I know Bumblebee's had lots of different vehicle modes too, and he's had other iterations. But when I think Bumblebee, I think cute, curvy, and adorable. And this robot mode looks a bit spiky, in my opinion, but still really cool, straight up. Anyway, that's my thoughts, and a lot of you have been kind of like getting on in the comments too. But we do have to move this along a touch and check out the beautiful packaging. I love this packaging. I think this is brilliant. Like the slip covers that cut in half, so exposing the box inside. Very dope. Very dope. I will say that I still am really excited to get this in hand. Really excited to play with it. Really excited to have a Transformer G.I. Joe vehicle. And I think that like tops it for any critique that I may have, because same with Megatron His Tank. I know a lot of people were like kind of upset about how blocky and chunky and like there's too much going on, too much kibble. It's just awesome to me. It's like there's a reason why it's never been done before, because it is a bit of a an engineering nightmare. You could say, oh, Masterpiece, but Masterpiece is absolute fortune, and it's still not the right scale for G.I. Joe figures. So anyway, I am a Transformers shill. How dare you, Pendragon Designs? I will block you. I'm just kidding. A broadside USS flag would be ridiculous. And yes, David, it would be. But also, can we make that happen? That would be amazing. Could you imagine if that's the next one? Like that's what the HL is. I'm using. I don't want to spoil by saying it out loud. What is wrong with me? Okay, so that was awesome. Anyway, they're my thoughts. And the O-Ring Stalker is pretty cool too, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely, Jason. That O-Ring Stalker looks incredible. I think they've proven that Hasbro can remake any original O-Ring character. Super stoked for the future. Release them all. Absolutely. Right. Jay Doran says, the engineering to do a correct scale Transformers G.I. Joe crossover is so cool. It is cool, mate. And it must be the hardest thing in the blooming world for them to do. Okay. So that's Bumblebee and the Ore Striker and Stalker. Very, very cool. Now, next up was the sign-off. Now, what's really funny about this, man, this is going to be like an hour exactly almost, because I'm going to be finishing this one early. Sorry, guys. So, the HasLab G.I. Joe Classified Series teaser that flashed up at the end of the video, I completely missed at the time, because when it went black screen, I was like, right, yeah, let's get this stuff posted, yada, 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 got to get some of this done. Not paying it. The stream was still running. I look back at the stream and it's that music, da 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 da, that kind of like really like sexy disco music, as if like, Shipwreck and Snake Eyes just walked into the bar. But no, it was like this happened and I completely missed it. So I'm scrolling the feed and I see Toy News International going, and HasLab Classified Series reveal, like teaser. And I'm like, wow, that's a bit of a reach, guys, from what they were talking about at the end. That is a bit of a reach. And I went into the group, full disclosure, and I'm like, guys, did they reveal a Hasbro Classified Series HasLab at the end, or like talk about it? Because I missed that completely. And everyone was like, not that I know of. And then Justin said, oh no, they flashed this up at the end. And I'm like, so I'm like, had to go back, post this and go, I missed this. So yeah, that's why I missed it. Anyway, we have been talking about this for some time, haven't we? Probably since the first live stream of the year, I believe. There was a bit of a kind of, I want to say, rumor going around that classified HasLab was happening. There were a lot of there's a lot of chatter going on, a bit of rumor mill, gossip, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people were expecting a his tank, excuse me. And a few people have also mentioned that at the end of the stream, there was a little sound effect that went over this particular screen, and it was the sound of what sounded like tank treads. Now, could be the his tank, couldn't it? But then it also could be like some people are saying triple T in here, which is, again, that's got treads. Mobat, Mauler, other tanks. Anyway, the Snowcat. You know what I'm saying. So the Wolverine, thank you. Anyway, very, very interesting. I still think. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Couchboy says, any other pre-orders out in classified aside from Snake Eyes and Timber? Missed the stream, got 2 Snake Eyes in, but don't want to miss a thing. So there's only 3 pre-orders today: O-Ring 2-pack, Snake Eyes and Timber, and the Transformers O-Ring collab. Couchboy, just to let you know, all in the links below if you want to get on them now, you can. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot says Thunder Machine with Dreadnought included. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I'd love a Thunder Machine HasLab. I think that'd be so dope. I'd love any of it. Give me any of it. Jason Mitchell says Mobat with Steeler, but LOL's at the end of it. There's a LOL in there. You're 100% sure that'll happen. We all better start saving our money for this, says Ritz. Agreed. Jeremy, come on. I hope it's the Slaughters Marauders Equalizer with Mutton Junkyard and Low Light. What a HasLab that would be. Just to really top off the Sergeant Slaughter editions, absolutely. For the HasLab, is the tank sound a clue? I think so, Augustine. I think so. Vamp or Stinger, says Raw Talk Real Deal. Sorry, a bit of a tongue twister for me right now. Vamp or Stinger would be cool. I kind of feel like a Vamp or Stinger should be retail. Do you know what I mean? Like if we're getting an Ore Striker roughly that size with Flame Toys, I really want to start seeing some vehicles not in the aisles, just for classified. If this is how we have to start getting them, then so be it. And also, I wonder if they're holding fire on a few things retail vehicle based, just to see how something like this does. Because so far everyone has been crying out for a classified HasLab, but when it comes to the crunch, I forget the rest of the line. Adam, do you remember the rest of the line from Mighty Boosh? It doesn't matter. It's not important. Something about the crunch. I can't remember what it is. Vamp or Stinger is a good shout, Raw Talk, anyway. And I'd like I said, I would just like that very much. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, Sergeant Slaughter green tank top with triple T. Dope. That'd be wicked, actually. A triple T with Marauders Slaughter would be cool, wouldn't it? Or with wrestling Slaughter, kind of homage. There must be some sort of issue to not be able to do that, though, I reckon. Stu Warp says, I'm guessing it's the hiss. It'd be perfect for army building. That's true. People might want multiples of these. That's a good shout. Tyrone says, calling it 150 to 200 hiss with driver and stretch goals of extra figures and tow behind. That's actually quite low in terms of cost. If it is, I'll be on board immediately. No question. That's not a bad price. Any higher, and there's, you start questioning it a little bit. But I think 150 to 200 would be an insane price for a good price for a classified series HasLab. Smokescreen as Thunder Machine, Pendragon. That would be dope. But he's Smokescreen's an Autobot, and Thunder Machine is a Cobra vehicle, is a Dreadnought vehicle. I'm not sure if the two go together that well. Or are you saying it's a Smokescreen and it's actually a Thunder Machine is what we're getting? Raw Talk says Wolverine, good shout. Dragonfly with Wild Bill says DGD Hype Productions. Took me a while to get that. Yes, Dragonfly with Wild Bill. And I should know it by now because it's not the first time you commented. Sorry about that. Havoc would be better for display, says Viper Scout. My goodness. Oh, because of Cover Girl, you're saying it could be Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine's a bit small as well, though, isn't it? I think the Hiss Tank's probably a perfect size, and if you start throwing other things in there, like a tow behind, like other figures, I think that's a very healthy HasLab. I think if it's a small vehicle that only has one character affiliation, although it doesn't, does it? Because you've got, if you go deep, it's got Ton Up from Palatoy. It's got the SAS. I always forget his name. Hunter as well. So yeah, there's options there, but I still think the Hiss Tank's got more meat behind it, hasn't it? You know nothing of the crunch. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. That was driving me mad. You know nothing of the crunch. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get to everyone's comments, but some of them I've kind of already answered a little bit. Okay, yeah, right. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna have to skip a little bit. Snow Job with Snowmobile, too small, I think. Too small. That I would just want that in, again, mainline, please. Mainline Snow Job with the Snowmobile, please and thank you. Hello, Road Pig John. Brian Sauer, Armadillo is too small. Come on. The Armadillo would be a perfect small vehicle for them to release retail. I don't know why we haven't seen more of those, honestly. You know, they're very close to the bikes, haven't they? I don't know, maybe because of the profile of them. They're not too wide. They fit in the box a bit easier. Who knows? Possibly moccasins. Yeah. Gil says moccasins because of Copperhead, just thinking outside the box. Absolutely. Pre-ordered the Ultimate Showdown pack, says Road Pig John. Good. Hiss would be better as a retail release. It's too big, Viper Scout. It's too big. Like, I feel like the HasLab is this is what it's kind of here for classified, for getting those like mid-size vehicles. We're not getting Sky Strikers, are we? We're not getting, Rolling Thunder. We're not getting those kind of like bigger vehicles. And retail is only just about squeezing us in a coil cycle, the Ram, Tiger Force Ram, etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Serpentor with Air Chariot will not be a HasLab. I guarantee we'll probably get them, but no way are we going to get that as a HasLab. Triple T, a lot of people kind of throw in. Cobra Fang is too small as well, I think. Cenobor 5. Cobra Fang is definitely, in my opinion, the Cobra Fang could be done, fold up propellers or separate propellers that you put on out of package, but you could have it. I think it would fit nicely in a retail box. Anyway, Rattler, too big, not happening. I think the Hiss is a no-brainer. The price, like you say, if the price is right, they'll get multiple, and I think we'll get multiple. What am I saying? They'll. I'm a fan too. I'm a shill so much that I'm a fan. Box of 10 armadillos, says Diecast Nick. I like that. Ice Saber, it has a tread, says Adam Drake. If they did an Ice Saber, there would be riots, wouldn't there? Skyhawk again. Is that too small? I feel like it's too small. Like, for a HasLab, it has to be big, doesn't it? But it can't be redonkulous. Classified Sky Striker would be the size of a twin bed. Not happening. Yes, it would. Matt O'Brien, Chris, I'm disappointed I could not get here for the start, but I'll go back and watch from the beginning when it's over. Happy Wednesday, friend. I'm so sorry, Matt. And also, I missed you. I know you emailed me about, when the show was starting because you were busy at the time. I was also busy at the time and didn't get back to you in time. I'm very, very sorry about that. But I'm glad you're watching finally. We're actually coming to the end now. G.I. Joe Warthog, yes, please, and thank you. Night Raven, my goodness, that would be, gigasmic. That would be the exact description of it. Absorb Vids thinks the hair. Snowcat would be amazing, says the Cenobor 5. Actually, Snowcat would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Hooded Cobra Commander 788. When will they have the courage to release Python Patrol Crystal Ball? Mate, Corey, I want that. I want that now. Can we make that happen, please? That sounds insane. Anyway, we'll be getting into more detail on HasLab chat on the weekly on Saturday. Sorry for those that are joining late and missed all of the good stuff. I'm gonna have to bring it to a close there, though, guys. Very sorry. Like I said, we'll be back on Saturday. Pat and myself will go through this again in a little bit more detail. So let me bring the show to a kind of a close. And I haven't got rid of that yet. So that was smooth, wasn't it? This is what happens when you're a corporate shill. This is what happens. Anyway, I will, like I said, I will be back. I'll be back on Saturday with Pat. And apologies for getting angry in the middle of it. Apologies for kicking off in a big way. I was just not having that. And it's just, I'm so sick of people like that generally in life. Just nasty human beings who have no purpose on this earth, effectively. Certainly not in my life. So anyway, honestly, bring back Naked HD is what I say. That's what I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that in the comments and less of the nastiness. Anyway, yes, I had a great time watching the stream. It was fantastic. Hasbro, the Hasbro G.I. Joe brand team are great. I really enjoy watching them. Shill. I really enjoy Lenny and Emily and Tony, what they bring to the show. They're all great and funny. Really enjoy that. Not just that, I enjoy the bloody product. I buy it because I enjoy it. I like this stuff. I'm not just going to come on here and go, this is the worst thing ever, because that's not what we do. That's not what I do. Because guess what? I genuinely enjoy it. I do these shows, and I've said this in the past, I don't do it for, this is going to sound really nasty, and I'm saying, I do it I really enjoy your input, guys. I enjoy your interactions. You know I do. I absolutely love chatting with you guys about this stuff and getting into discussions about this stuff. Absolutely. But I made this show because I enjoy talking about G.I. Joe with my friends, right? And those friends became co-presenters and people that we interacted with on the brand, like, Boss Fight, for example. The crew there, all ex-Hasbro and G.I. Joe, have worked on multiple G.I. Joe, amazing G.I. Joe products in the past. So, I did that with all these friends involved to talk about this stuff. The audience kind of comes after that. And when we used to do the show, it was just myself, Dave, and Eddie. It was simply an audio podcast where we would talk about, this stuff. We would do a little news segments. We would talk about the Palatoy side of things. We get into some really interesting kind of aspects of, unreleased. And then we talk about modern stuff that was out, and we get into that discussion. And we made it a show, and we really enjoyed it. And we built up a little bit of an audience, only a little one, but it was fun. We kept doing it. We changed it into YouTube. And it obviously kind of when it went in a different direction, it became like a news source. And then, it was right, well, I'm going to just relay the news, and did it. There was an element of my opinion in there from time to time. And guess what? I wanted to do interviews, and I wanted to talk to the people that did this stuff because I love this stuff. I absolutely enjoy it. I don't understand why people have to be so angry at this stuff. This is not designed for you to hate. It's not designed for that. You may hate it, but that is not their intention. And as a human being that understands that other human beings are involved in this, I'm not going to rip things to shreds for no reason and just to be a nasty piece of work. When I was talking last week about the comments section on the Hasbro live stream, I specifically called out nasty comments that were about personal appearance of the people on the show. I wasn't talking about the product. I wasn't talking about the figures and how someone said that the Python Patrol figure looked crap. They can. They have that right to do so. And if you want to do that, go ahead. Enjoy it. Enjoy that that kind of lifestyle, do it. I was specifically talking, and this is what was completely missed by the absolute jack of clubs in the comments. That's another one for Adam Drake. The absolute fromage frais in the blooming comments, right? That completely missing my point was the fact that why are you having a go at someone's personal appearance on the show has nothing to do with anything other than you just being a nasty piece of crap. And the argument that came back was like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I wish I'd taken screenshots, and I wish I'd just put it on blast, because that guy needs an absolute brain check. Genuinely absolute loser, in my opinion. And he's taken up far too much of my blooming headspace already. But that was the point I was making about the comments. And in terms of this, like reveals and all that kind of stuff today, I thought this was a great stream. We're getting more stuff. We're getting more figures because I like the figures. Why would I be happy about that? Absolute two-bobbed runts is all I'm going to say. Cockney rhyming slang. Right, I will see you guys. Chris, you're about as edgy as a Satsuma. You're like... like getting caressed by a natural yogurt. Everyone else is like, what are they talking about? Mighty Boosh, go watch it. Anyway, it's been interesting tonight. Sorry it derailed me, and sorry it got me so angry, and then I don't know, I just lost all enthusiasm for today. I'm so sorry, guys. I will see you on Saturday. Hopefully it won't be as aggy as today, but if it is, I'm just ignoring it, because I have done in the past, and I only let it get to me today because I've had a tough one. Because we all have them. We all have tough days, and I hope that guy who commented has tough days for the rest of his life. Anyway, I will see you guys on Saturday. And what do we do at the end of these things? We usually shout something. I'm not even up for that. That's how bad it is. Okay, after 3. 1, 2, 3, full force. See you later, guys. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.